Hey everyone, it's Ms. Spencer. Today we're going to be doing metric conversions involving decimals. The objective for today is students will be able to convert between metric measurements involving decimals. Let's relate the metric system to the place value system. Here we have a place value chart. In the center is our ones place. In the center of the metric system we focus on 3 units in the metric system: meters, grams, and liters. Meters is used to measure distance. Grams is used to measure weight. Liters is used to measure liquid capacity. So if we're going bigger than units, we have deca, hecto, and kilo. These are our prefixes. We put them in front of the unit that we're using. So we may have kilometers, kilograms, or kiloliters. The metric system that is smaller than units would be deci, centi, and milli. Once again, these are our prefixes. We put them in front of the unit that we're dealing with. So we may have millimeters, milligrams, and milliliters. We can use a mnemonic device to help us remember the order of our metric system. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. Here, the K in king helps us remember K for kilo. The H in Henry helps us remember the H in hecto. The D in died helps us remember the D in deca. The U in unusually helps us remember the U in units. The D in drinking helps us remember the D in deci. The C in chocolate helps us remember the C in centi. And the M in milk helps us remember the M in milli. Here, just like the place value system, deca is 10 times greater than units. Hecto is 10 times greater than deca, and kilo is 10 times greater than hecto. So if we were comparing kilometers to meters, we can see we're moving over 1, 2, 3 places. So we're going to do 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000. Kilometers is 1,000 times larger than meters. Same with going smaller. Units is 10 times greater than deci. Deci is 10 times greater than centi. Centi is 10 times greater than milli. If we were comparing meters to millimeters, we can see that we're going with 3 places over. 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. So meters is 1,000 times larger than millimeters. Let's compare the measurements. Here we have 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is about the size of the tip of your pencil. 1 centimeter is about the width of your fingernail. The width is going from side to side. A guitar is about the length of 1 meter. And if 1 kilometer is about a little over half of a mile. You may want to run or drive for a kilometer. Although there are more measurements, we are going to be focusing on milli, centi, meter, and kilo. Let's compare the size of millimeters and centimeters. When a unit is smaller, you need more of that unit, so you multiply. We have 1 centimeter, and we want to figure out how many millimeters that is. We can use our metric system at the top to help us. We're starting at centimeters, and we're going to millimeters. Millimeters are smaller, we need more of them, so that's why we're going to be multiplying. We're moving over 1 place value, so we're going to be multiplying by 10. 1 centimeter times 10 is 10 millimeters. When a unit is bigger, you need less of that unit, so you divide. Here we have 10 millimeters, and we want to figure out how many centimeters that is. Well, if we have 10 millimeters, we know centimeters is bigger, so we don't need as many of them. We should have a smaller whole number. Let's use our metric system at the top to help us. We're starting with millimeters and going to centimeters. We know we need less, so we're going to be dividing, and we're only moving over 1 place, so we're going to be dividing by 10. 10 millimeters divided by 10 is 1 centimeter. Let's use a table to convert measurements. Here we have 3 millimeters, and we want to know how many meters that is. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. This can help us so that we know how many places we're moving over. We're going to use a table to help us convert. We're starting with millimeters, which is why we're going to put that first in our table, and we're ending in meters, which is why that's going second. We're going to go from millimeters, which is all the way at the end, to meters, which is one of the units, which is why we're underlining the U. We're moving over 1, 2, 3 places. Meters is a bigger measurement, So we know we're going to be dividing because we don't need as many meters to make up the same amount of millimeters. Since we're moving over 3 places, we can do 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000. We're going to be dividing by 1,000. 1 millimeter divided by 1,000 is 1,000th meters. 2 millimeters divided by 1,000 is 2,000th meters. And 3 millimeters divided by 1,000 is 3,000th meters. So 3 millimeters divided by 1,000 is 3,000th millimeters. 12 centimeters, rewritten as meters. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. Here's our table. We're starting with centimeters, which is why that goes first, and we're ending in meters, which is why that goes second. We're going to underline the C for centi and the U for meters because meters is a type of unit. We're moving over 1, 2 places. We know meters is larger, so we're going to be dividing. 10 times 10 is 100, so we know we're dividing by 100. 1 centimeter divided by 100 is 1/100th meters. 2 centimeters divided by 100 is 2/100th meters. 12 centimeters divided by 100 is 100th meters. 12 centimeters is the same as 1/1200th meters. Now we have 200th kilograms, and we want to rewrite that as grams. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. Here's our table. We're starting with kilograms, so that's why it goes first, and we're ending in grams, which is why it's second. We know that grams is smaller than kilograms, so we're going to be multiplying. We're going to try to figure out what we're multiplying by. We're going to underline the K for kilograms and the U for grams because grams is a type of unit. We're moving over 1, 2, 3 places. So 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. We're going to be multiplying each kilogram times 1,000. Here we have 1 kilogram times 1,000 is 1,000 grams. 1/10 kilogram times 1,000 is 100 grams. 100th kilograms times 1,000 is 10 grams. And 200th kilograms times 1,000 is 20 grams. So 200th kilograms is the same as 20 grams. Now we have 1,500 centimeters, and we want to rewrite this as millimeters. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. Here's our table. We're putting centimeters at the start because that's what we're starting with, and millimeters go second because that's our ending unit. We're just going to underline the C for centi and the M for milli. We're moving over 1 place value. We know millimeters is smaller, so we need more of it. We're going to be multiplying. We're only moving over 1 place value, so we're going to be multiplying by 10. 1 centimeter times 10 is 10 millimeters. 1/10 centimeters times 10 is 1 millimeter. 1,500 centimeters times 10 is 1 5/10 millimeters. So 1,500 centimeters is the same as 1 5/10 millimeters. Here we have 8,000 centimeters, and we want to rewrite that as meters. King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk. We have our table here. We're starting with centimeters because that's the unit we're starting with, and ending with meters because that's the unit we're ending with. We're going to underline the C for centi and the U for meters. We know meters is larger, so we're going to need less of them. We're going to be dividing. Here, we're going to move over 2 places. 10 times 10 is 100, so we're going to be dividing by 100. 1,000 divided by 100 is 10. 2,000 divided by 100 is 20. 8,000 divided by 100 is 80. So 8,000 centimeters is the same as 80 meters.